Alright, so I took this lens with me on my trip to England and I have some thoughts. This is the TTartisans 10mm f2 for the Fujifilm X Mount, and it's a fun little lens, and personally, I find these manual lenses very fun to use. I recently said that ultra wide angles are not for me, and it still holds true. But this lens is slowly changing my mind. This lens is built very well, sharing the sturdy metal construction characteristics of other TTartisan lenses. It carries a noticeable heft, giving it a robust feel, yet it remains compact. What sets it apart is the thoughtful inclusion of a filter adapter ring right here. It's a feature increasingly appreciated in the third-party ultra-wide lenses. The ultra-wide angle design often involves this petal-shaped lens hood, making the use of ND filters very challenging. However, TTartisan has addressed this concern by providing us with a 72mm filter thread size adapter that you can just screw on this lens right here. This size is a common filter size, allowing users to utilize existing filters. You also get this rubberized lens hood that is provided, but it is designed for the smaller petal lens hood right here, requiring the removal of the adapter. You can't put on this rubberized hood onto this right here. So TTartisan has certainly gone the extra mile in ensuring photographers have all the accessories they need. Let's chat about my time using this lens during my recent adventure in England. Wandering around the sprawling Oxford University campus was a blast, and this lens made it even more exciting. At 10mm, which is like a 15mm in full frame term, it really nailed capturing the whole vibe. Different areas of the campus, as well as the cathedral or like the church inside the campus. It was really good to be able to shoot things so wide and to just capture like the vastness of like all of these beautiful architecture. When I was indoors, the natural light wasn't playing very nice, so the F2 aperture came to the rescue because it allows in so much light in a scene where there wasn't many natural light. It made the shots inside came out clear and vibrant. And did I mention that Oxford was a filming location for Harry Potter? I got a little bit geeky there, and I think it was one of those scenes where they were learning how to fly their broom, and then they were saying the command up. I think that's the scene that I was talking about, right? Well, now let's just jump to London at the Wizards and Wonder store right here. Here is a shot that I found. I found Dobby, and this lens got me up close and personal. The close focusing distance is at a decent 25 centimeters, giving a unique perspective. The bokeh, it's not mind-blowing, but it adds a nice touch to the shots. It's been really fun using this lens as my ultra-wide lens. It just captures so much into one frame. It's ridiculous. I use this lens a lot at nighttime as well. In England during the wintertime, sunlight is a rare commodity, with the sun setting at 4 p.m. So you're not going to get much sun there. So it was a perfect opportunity to put the F2 to the test. Shooting at a high ISO with the XT5, even I shot up to ISO 10,000 for some of these shots. I find the images to be quite usable after some denoising in Lightroom. I was shooting anywhere from ISO 4000, ISO 6400, as well as ISO 12,800. And they all produce satisfactory results in my opinion. Nighttime shots were particularly interesting, capturing unique flares. There is a touch of vignetting, and despite the rain in London, which was constant during my visit, the lens handled light rain situations well, though it does lack weather sealing. I also dabbled in long exposure shots with this lens, adding an extra layer of fun. Again, I don't think I got anything outstanding, but the wide perspective and the need to compose scenes differently in the rain made it an enjoyable challenge. Shooting these images anywhere from f8 to f16, the starburst looks pretty good if you're into that effect. One thing that pleasantly surprised me was the lack of distortion or weirdness in the corners, which can be common with ultra-wide lenses. Now, considering the budget-friendly price of this lens, it's a significant positive. Now, I couldn't find much chromatic aberration due to the lack of high contrast scenes in England. Again, not so sunny weather. There might be some if you really zoom in to see it. I have to zoom into 300% to see a little bit of aberration. It's not that much. Now, in terms of sharpness, the F2 delivers decent results. It's neither bad or exceptional. However, I found the sweet spot for this lens to be between f2.8 and f8. Now, during the day, staying in this range consistently yield really great results. in conclusion, my experience with this lens during my 2-week trip to London was nothing but enjoyable. England's grand buildings and expansive landscape demanded a wide focal length, making this lens an ideal companion. Its compact size added to the overall pleasure of shooting diverse scenes, and using this setup felt particularly dynamic, capturing chaotic moments and at times transforming the ordinary into something grand. And while it has the versatility to get close for creative portraits, I wouldn't solely rely on it for portrait photography due to its primary use as an ultra-wide angle lens. So managing expectation is key when it comes to sharpness. Although it doesn't match the sharpness of native lenses, given its price at $159, it more than holds its own. For an affordable, compact, and wide f2 lens, I think it punches above its weight, making it a recommendation for those venturing into ultra-wide angles. I just want to talk about my 2-week holiday with this lens. It rekindled my interest in ultra-wide and wide-angle lenses. This lens brought back the joy of, exploration. It really reminds me of the younger days while I used to be like, going out at night with like an ultra wide lens, just navigating the streets. And, again, going out at nighttime here in London, especially in the rain, it just felt like, rediscovering the city through a new lens. It felt like I was walking through like New York City at night, Toronto at night, so it made me feel like a kid again. So if you're a landscape photographer, street photographer, you want something a little bit wide, you want something a little bit fast, maybe you're an astrophotographer, consider the TTartisans 10mm f2. So there you have it. Special thanks goes out to Per Gear for providing me with a copy for a review. If you're interested in this lens, check their links down in the description below. If you enjoyed this content, consider liking and subscribing for more Fuji related content. Thanks so much.